Hey there, what's going on? Coach Chris, head strength coach at criticalbench.com. I'm here today with injury specialist Rick Caselge from Exercises for Injuries. Rick's going to go over with me today one of the best mobility exercises to do before powerlifting, all right, or before any heavy lifting that you're going to do. So I'm just going to let Rick get right to this really good mobility exercise.
Awesome. It ends up being like one main exercise, but there ends up being three variations that you end up doing. And I end up calling it the three-way leg swing. So when it comes to loosening up the hips and improving mobility before powerlifting, what we want to do is target the hips when it comes to three different directions. So we just don't want to hit the hips in one way, we want to hit them in all directions that they end up going, which ends up being, three different ways. So the first exercise that I am getting Coach Chris to do is you're standing on one leg and then you're propping yourself up and then you're swinging the other leg forward and back, and you're trying to go progressive in nature, further and further when it comes to distance, and you're really trying to have that movement happen at the hip. You're just looking at doing like 10 repetitions, so 5 repetitions each way to kind of dynamically stretch the hips in that forward and back direction. Then we just move right on to the next one. Now we're gonna go like leg swings side to side. And I find, there we go, good. And when it comes to leg swings side to side, you can see with Chris, we're really twisting through that hips. Twisting in and twisting out when it comes to the standing leg and the leg that ends up swinging, because we want to end up definitely working on that rotational side of things when it comes to hips. And same thing, 10 repetitions, so 5 times each direction. And then the third one ends up being a diagonal leg swing. With the diagonal leg swing, we end up hitting all those 3 planes of movement. Good. So you're swinging at roughly like 45 degrees to your body, and then you're being progressive in nature, and then you're really rotating through that supporting leg and rotating through that opposite leg. Same thing, 5 times each direction, a total of 10 repetitions. So you just go through each of those. When it comes to the hips, you can do 3 of them on one side and 3 of them on the other side to see if this actually ends up helping or feeling better for you. What I suggest you do is just try it on one side and then go end up doing your lifting and see if that ends up feeling better on that side that you've just loosened up. If it feels better and you start performing better, then end up doing it on both sides.
It's a great warm-up tool and technique, and I've used it before, and there's no doubt that I feel like I'm getting into my lifting much quicker and feeling just better instantly.
It ends up doing a lot of things. It ends up warming you up. It ends up loosening up the muscles. We end up dynamically stretching the muscles, and if we can loosen up the muscles, then you end up getting more movement in the hips, more mobility in the hips, and then you can end up performing better, and you're going to end up having to do fewer warm-up sets, and you're going to end up doing better in your lifts.
Right. And what we want to do for you is a little something more. So I want to give you a free guide to Olympic lifting, which is going to help you generate a little bit more of that strength, which is going to give you a little bit more speed, and that leads to more power through the hips, right?
Yeah.
So if you just click right over here, all you have to do is just give me your email, and I will gladly personally send you this new free guide to Olympic lifting. Going to make your hips more powerful. Thank you so much, Rick.
Awesome.
And we'll see you next time.